And we are live. Welcome back to Afro Football, guys. We haven't done this year, so happy New Year to everyone who's joining us in the live stream. Today, we have a couple of good, interesting stories. We have three interesting stories that stem from Kaiser Chiefs to Mamelodi Sundowns, and in the mix, we'll be throwing in a little bit of Gavin Hunt, because Gavin Hunt is the controversial coach that he is, and former Kaiser Chiefs coach, meaning that we've got a lot of stories. Ultimately, we're going to be starting with Arthur Zwane. For all those who are joining us, biggest question you're going to ask yourself is Arthur Zwane going to survive this coming weekend? Arthur Zwane, guys, I'm going to say is I've had a lot to say, but due to school, due to work, due to starting a new year and hitting it on the run, it's been very hard for me to drop videos. But I'm going to try. We're going to try and be consistent with dropping the videos. Mr. Mwamba will be coming on the streams from time and again, and we'll be dropping videos for all of you guys to watch and get entertained. This is a sound check. If you guys can hear me, do drop me a comment. Can you hear my voice? Can you hear me speaking? If not, do let me know. If it's sign language, I don't know if you know if I'm not talking or the like. But ultimately, we have three good stories today in this particular video. This is the big three news with Afrik football. So we're going to be talking from the range from Arthur Zwane. You can see I haven't done this in a long while. Even the way I'm pronouncing things is a bit sluggish. But guys, as we get into the groove, we're going to finally find our footing. But the first story is an Arthur Zwane story. Well, Arthur Zwane, guys, the last time I watched the Kaiser Chiefs game, it was a 4-0 hammering against Amazulu. Amazulu's coach was on the verge of being fired before that game, but Arthur Zwane being the good man that he is, that we all know about Arthur Zwane being a good man, he helped this man survive. He gave this man a career, he gave this man a job, so meaning that Amazulu coach is still surviving for another day, and it's all thanks to Arthur Zwane. Arthur Zwane is a great guy. He's about giving wins to everyone. But Arthur Zwane has come out and stated today earlier that they play every game to win. I do not understand where they play every game to win. Arthur Zwane said after that Amazulu game that it was not the worst game they've played. They played better. In all honesty, I couldn't bring myself to react to it live because, guys, it's becoming disheartening as a Kaiser Chiefs fan. Week in, week out, you're the guys who are suffering and you're crying. You're the guys who are donating the league to, of course, Mamelodi Sundowns. And on the weekend, Kaiser Chiefs is playing Mamelodi Sundowns, so would like to see how that game is going to come out. But do you think Arthur Zwane is going to survive this weekend's game? Do let me know in the comments below. Further, still going down Arthur Zwane is like still talking about Arthur Zwane. Arthur Zwane is a different coach. I would say a different character. If it was in another line, I'd be saying Arthur Zwane is a different character. Arthur Zwane being backed by the likes of Nseki Molefe and the like have not done much. Kaiser Chiefs has been a rebuilding phase. I'm going to draw some inspiration from my team that is playing very well now, Manchester United. Manchester United had a number of coaches. We went from Ole, we went to Van Gaal, we went to Mourinho, we went to Moyes, and all that was after Ferguson. And something that I've learned from the Manchester United story is that sometimes you need somebody who's tried, proven, and has got different experience to come and take over the team. What I'm saying right now is that I used to back Arthur Zwane, but Arthur Zwane, if you look at it in the lines of Manchester United, is more of an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Arthur Zwane is the nice guy that everyone likes because he's been in the academy and he's grown up through the ranks. He played for the team, and hence giving him the coaching job makes you feel like he's going to be the best coach for Kaiser Chiefs. But now sitting down and looking back at it tactically, I don't think Arthur Zwane has developed his tactical game. We've given Arthur Zwane so much time to show and prove that he's a good coach, but it's brought and yielded nothing. For me personally, who I would love to see becoming the coach is, let's try somebody from okay, of course. Okay, guys, I want to say this, and this is probably going to be one of the controversial takes I have on Southern African football. I do not think we have good coaches in Southern Africa. Of course, we had coaches, exceptional coaches like Pitso Musumani. That's where I think the ceiling is drawn. But I think what Kaiser Chiefs needs to do is go and do what Manchester United did. Go find a team in Africa that has been beating some big giants with a coach with a decent playing style and try and hijack that move. Particularly, North Africa has a number of good coaches, and you notice from North Africa, you notice Morocco made it to the semi-finals of the World Cup, and they were using the local coach. So why doesn't Kaiser Chiefs go out there up in the Africa, North Africa, and get a coach? North African teams, for example, guys, you bear with me. For everyone who's in the chat, you bear with me. Wydad Casablanca, El Akli, well, let's see, Esperanza Tunis, um, of course, in Congo as well, we have TP Mazembe, AS Vita, and Simba as well. Guys, all these clubs do get coaches either from their region or a coach who's more experienced. So my biggest question is, Arthur Zwane, if we were to take him out, would it be a bad idea if I'm suggesting that Arthur Zwane is taken out from this team? Because I think he's failed to build the Kaiser Chiefs team. Guys, Kaiser Chiefs is probably going to end this season trophyless. Mamelodi Sundowns, I don't even lie to you, have won this trophy hands down, and they're making it the Farmers League, something that I will talk about later in this video. For me, my biggest takeaway is that Kaiser Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns are meeting on the weekend, and Mr. Good Guy, Mr. Arthur Zwane, might not be the coach that we think he is, and we promise what he promised. Arthur Zwane, 4-0 hammering to a coach who barely won a game from Amazulu. Come on, guys. Amazulu's coach is so young that he's got no experience. I was assuming Arthur Zwane, being in the country for longer, was supposed to be able to beat that Amazulu coach. The Amazulu coach was given a last chance by his CEO. He was given a last chance. You see, even the words are hard to come out because I just feel Arthur Zwane isn't doing the right thing. I feel everyone is going to come at me in the comments and say that I was an Arthur Zwane pundit that season. But guys, we have to work with realistic facts. I really loved Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I really wanted him to be at Manchester United, and I'm using a Manchester United as the lexicon for the Kaiser Chiefs team. I loved Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Guys, even up to now, I still love Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But you have to agree that he isn't the best tactically. It's the same I can say about Arthur Zwane. I love Arthur Zwane. I love what he's done. I loved what he's done, bringing in some youngsters, trying to bring in some youngsters into the fold. But we need a coach that is tactically better. We need a coach that will make this team comprehensively better. We need a coach that is going to make this team and cement it. And all I'm suggesting is let us move up in Africa. North Africa has some very good coaches. They're always making it into the CAF Champions League. They're always making it, and they know how to sign players. They know how to pick the best players. They'll bring some tactical flair. I feel if the Motang family, something that we're going to touch on later, does just allow for the team to buy new players, not new players. I think Kaiser Chiefs has all the manpower and the labor that they need to actually be a successful club. But if you guys disagree with that perspective, do let me know in the comments below. But personally, I think Kaiser Chiefs has the quality and the caliber in its squad to perform very well, but they are lacking in the coaching department. I've sat down numerous times. I know Duve has had some bad games. I've seen the likes of course, Blom is now out. We've lost a player like Blom, such a good talent, and we've seen the back and forth that have gone around in the media about Blom is moved to the USA. But we have had so many good players. We have Segota there. We have Yusuf Mar there. We have players that have the spirit and are willing to play for Kaiser Chiefs. But I think tactically, structurally, Arthur Zwane isn't doing the right things. I will try and collaborate with another creator who particularly talks about tactical breakdowns, and we're going to see why Kaiser Chiefs is failing to perform this season. But personally, I am blaming it wholly and solely on Arthur Zwane. If Arthur Zwane is gone, I believe Kaiser Chiefs might actually transition and be a better team. Guys, 4-0 against Amazulu. That is humiliating. I couldn't even get myself to make a video because I was just very humiliating for me as a person, as a fan. And I couldn't even face Mr. Mwamba, our pundit from Orlando Pirates, the guy who really loves Orlando Pirates. He called me that day when we were losing 4-0. When it was 3-0, he called me. He's like, my guy, you are losing there. And I couldn't bring myself to actually just get on camera and give you guys a video. That is how bad that was. And seeing that this Saturday at 20 hours, we will be playing Mamelodi Sundowns. Of course, the league is going to be wrapped up this Sunday because come on, guys. Mamelodi Sundowns is probably going to wire Kaiser Chiefs. But I will talk about Mamelodi Sundowns' dominance and why this PSL should be called the Farmers League going forward. We're going to move on to the next story. And in the next story, of course, it is Kaiser Chiefs' new signing. We're going to be discussing the new signing that Kaiser Chiefs is going to be tapping into. This is none other than Christian Saile. Christian Saile is a player who is playing in Changa Rangers in Zambia. It's been reported by every news and media outlet that Christian Saile is on the radars of Kaiser Chiefs. And seeing that Kaiser Chiefs has failed to score in their previous few games, I can surely assure you that Christian Saile is the man for the job. Last season for Nchanga Rangers, he had 19 goals for the club and he won the Golden Boot in the Zambian second division, which allowed his team to be promoted and become in the top class of football. Last Saturday, this particular young man or this particular gentleman scored a goal against Zanaco and they won 2-1 against Zanaco, and Zanaco is a big team. If you guys watch any African football, you know that Zanaco is one of the biggest teams in Zambia, and on the African continent, Zanaco is ranked and seen very highly. They are a bank-sponsored side on the Zambian side, so Zanaco is in the walkover team, and this Congolese Democratic Republic of Congo hitman bid farewell to his club by actually scoring a goal, and it was, you could see it in his face from the fans, you could see from the technical side. It seemed like it was a bittersweet moment because they all knew that this man was going to leave Kaiser Chiefs, and this man needs to sign for a big, not going to leave Kaiser Chiefs. This man was going to leave Changa Rangers and going to sign for a bigger team like Kaiser Chiefs. Christian Saile for me might be a good signing for Kaiser Chiefs. I've been looking at him. It's his physique that makes him a very relevant player in today's modern football. He has the pace for a big guy. It's very surprising that he does have the pace that he has. And he is the captain of Changa Rangers. So it means he's got some exceptional captaining skills and leadership skills. And I think as a player who needs to come to Kaiser Chiefs, you need somebody who be able to show some leadership, who's going to be able to be up front and show and lead the pack and show them that the football that has to be played has to be carried by a man. Seeing that he's very close to the Zambian league and seeing that the last person who came from the Zambian league was Lazarus Kambole, who, if you have been checking out African football, has returned to Zesco United from Young Africa, who hasn't been performing well. So the reason why Lazarus Kambole has returned to Zesco United is because a player well profiled that we say Kaiser Chiefs need to sign has signed for Young Africa, and that is none other than Kennedy Musonda. Kennedy Musonda has signed for Young Africa. He's a Zambian striker who had a very good season, and last season was great. He played some continental football. We had earmarked him, and he's somewhere around his 28s, and we said Kennedy Musonda would have been a good signing for Kaiser Chiefs, but nonetheless, we have Christian Saile, who is also probably going to be a good fit. But personally, I would have loved if Kennedy Musonda had gone to Kaiser Chiefs because he's a young, versatile striker. Well, not young, of course, because he's 27, but he's a versatile striker with a very killer striking instinct, and that is why Young Africa has signed him. And that is the reason why Lazarus Kambole has left Young Africa and is going back to Zambia for Zesco United. If you know this Kasaile or this Christian Saile guy, you guys will know that Kaiser Chiefs will be receiving one of the most quality players that you can find in this continent. And Saile, of course, for those who are currently maybe joining us, had 19 goals last season in the Zambian league. And in the Zambian division, I won't lie to you, the PSL is tough, but the Zambian second division might be tougher. The Zambian second division is about pride. You get to meet every young lad who's trying to break through into the Premier League. Everyone who's trying to find and make a living in the football space starts from the second league. And for Christian Saile to actually score 19 goals in that league, I assure you, this, my brothers, is a tough on. I believe he's going to excel and succeed at Kaiser Chiefs, but it's going to bring me to another story. Kaiser Chiefs had him at a trial and let him go. Why did they not sign him on that very moment? So this brings up and raises a couple of issues. If Kaiser Chiefs had this player in their grasps and he was training with them and he was being given a trial, why didn't they not sign him there and then? This brings up the second conversation of saying that, is Arthur Zwane just buying this player as a panic buy? Saying that when this player was at trials, they didn't sign him. This might mean that Kaiser Chiefs has failed to score in the past 2 games, and they were hammered 4-0, and this might be one of those panic buys, which, if it is a panic buy, I'm sorry, it's not the best. If you're going to buy a player based on the panic buy and you had already assessed him and didn't think he was a very good player, it means we are all wasting each other's time. It means we are not going to move forward. It means you do not have a long-term plan for this player. I believe this player's quality, and Kaiser Chiefs should have a long-term plan for him. And I believe if he does hit the ground running, he might actually be a very good partner for Caleb. He might actually help Caleb. Caleb and Christian Saile working side by side, with one of them being the ball holding striker, the ball winning striker, or the second striker, and the other one being the top man. I believe that would be a very dangerous collaboration, and it could see Kaiser Chiefs actually winning most of their games. We're not winning the league. For us as a Kaiser Chiefs fan right now, my only hope is to make it to CAF Champions League football, because that's where all the money is found. And the Mutang family might actually wisen up and make sure that maybe they should lose Saturday Zwane, so that this team might actually have a very good future going forward. But what do you guys think about Christian Saile? Do let me know in the comments below. And guys, of course, you do know that Christian Saile is Congolese. For those who do not know, he is one of the most lethal strikers I've seen on the continent. And guys, you know how Congolese strikers are. If you've seen the player, for example, Walter Walia, who was playing in Zambia, played for Ali and the Pizzo, you know that Congolese strikers have this different flair. You know they have this different flavor. Congolese strikers have this knack for goal, and they will get a goal where there is none. Some might say on the African continent that the Congolese are very skilled in their powerful juju, but no, we just believe they are very good, talented players. And if you've watched AS Vita, you've watched Tipi Mazembe, you know that Congo produces some of the best strikers on the Central African region. And I believe it's all going to be good news when Christian Saile comes in. But if it does not hit, and if it's not a very good player, do let me know, and you can come into these comments on this video. I'll not remove this video, but you can come into this video and let me know that my opinion was nonsense and my player flopped, and I will gladly, of course, I will gladly just come at you and apologize to you guys. But we're going to be moving on to our final story in this video. Our final story, of course, is the PSL Farmers League. The PSL has been horrible, guys. It's been horrible, and it's given Mamelodi Sundowns a chance to flex on each and every one of us. If you guys can see right now on the screen, Mamelodi Sundowns has won 11 games. They've only conceded 2 goals, I mean. And they have scored 22 goals in their last 11 wins. So they have equaled their own record. Mamelodi Sundowns is creating records and breaking their own records, which is abysmal, guys. To be honest, this is abysmal. Mamelodi Sundowns is turning this league into a Farmers League. This is PSG all over again. You've noticed that Gavin Hunt has come out and stated that Mamelodi Sundowns' cleaners get paid higher than some of the players who play for his team, which in retrospect, it might seem like it's a diss, but that might be true. But guys, Mamelodi Sundowns is wiping the floor with the rest of us, and it's not even funny. Peter Shalulile was injured, but look at his current stats. He's back from his injury. He's got 7 goals in 11 matches, meaning that Peter Shalulile just came from an injury and is back. I do not know what we can do to stop Mamelodi Sundowns. Or clearly, this league is over. We can't beat Mamelodi Sundowns. So the biggest question I have to ask all of us is, how do we stop Mamelodi Sundowns? Can Kaiser Chiefs stop Mamelodi Sundowns? Do let me know in the comments below. But with Mamelodi Sundowns having such a big ratio, where they have, guys, it's not even funny. Have you seen the teams that Mamelodi Sundowns has beaten in the last consecutive games? They have beaten the likes of Golden Arrows that Kaiser Chiefs lost 4-0 to. They have beaten Royal AM. Orlando Pirates as well has been a victim to these guys. They have literally just turned this league into a Farmers League. I know Orlando Pirates coach has come out and stated that no, the league is not yet over. But guys, the league is over. Honestly speaking, there's like 14 points difference between the league leaders and the second people in position. And over this weekend, when they play Kaiser Chiefs, I'm assuming the scoreline, they're probably going to be Kaiser Chiefs. I know I'm being a negative Nancy, but Kaiser Chiefs isn't doing too well for me to be saying Kaiser Chiefs might win this game. Kaiser Chiefs, it's been out, for lack of a better term, Kaiser Chiefs has not been performing well. Changes have to be made. We'll try and collaborate with somebody who does very great tactical analysis, and we'll discuss why Kaiser Chiefs isn't playing well. We'll try and get Yeah. Oops, sorry, I wanted to give out who we're gonna have on the stream, but we're going to have a special stream or a special video where we'll have somebody break down what is wrong with Kaiser Chiefs and why Kaiser Chiefs isn't playing well. But guys, overall, thank you for tuning into this video. I know we haven't been consistent. The YouTube algorithm is probably gonna punish us for that, but we're gonna try and give you content. I'll see you guys on Thursday if we do have power, because of course lights have been going, electricity has been going, like Escom, Zesco has been doing the same. But we will try and give you more content, even give you a live stream on Saturday for the Kaiser Chiefs Mamelodi Sundowns game. This has been Afrik Football. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe. It's been good chatting with you, and see you in the next one. Peace.